Hello, Tony from Heart of Florida Roofing. This is Joel from JND SEO. I spoke with your company earlier, so I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. Now, I don't want to waste your time, Tony. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you want to hear more information, let's set up a 10-minute phone call. If not, no problem. I'm actually going to give you some free tips in the video, and you can go ahead and apply those right to your site. First thing I do want to talk about is content. So I'm on your homepage, and I just want to see about how many words of content you guys have on your page. And it looks like you might have like 300 to 400 words of content on here. And what Google typically recommends is having probably closer to 1,500. And the reason that they want so much content is that they rank you accordingly. So the more content you have, the higher Google is actually going to rank you. But the other reason, and probably the even more important reason, is that the more content you have, the more keywords or keyword phrases you can put into that content. As an example, I've put in roofing Orlando, Florida here, just to kind of give you a comparison here. But I mean, this is a really good keyword, but the other reason is that this is what a new customer would put into a search if they were looking for services you offer in an area that you offer it. And so the first thing they would find would be these ads at the top of the screen. Companies are basically just paying to be seen first by new customers to bring in business. After that, you're going to find this map section. Top 3 companies are going to show up here based on citations. And that's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. These are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. After that, we're going to find the organic section. This is where we start seeing the companies show up with their websites. 10 results show up per page here. They don't show up random. They all show up based on Google's algorithm. We now know 2 parts of that have to do with content and keywords. So these show up in reference to our phrase, roofing Orlando, Florida, so we can rank accordingly. Roofing Advantage would be number 1 for this keyword. Home Advisor would be number 2. And number 3 would be Gold Key Roofing. Home Advisor is a directory. All right, so what I want to do next is I'm going to take your web address here, so heartoffloridaroofing.com, and I'm going to plug it into a program I use called Eris, which allows me to kind of look at your website and see how it's doing. First thing I do see is that we have your company name in the header, which is really good. And you also have a few keywords here with roofing services contractor, Orlando, and Kissimmee, Florida, which is essentially your location. So that's good. It allows Google to find you a little easier. I want to dive into the numbers quickly. 25 referring domains sending you back 112 links. All that means is that there's 25 websites that you guys have links on those pages. When people click those, it sends them directly back to your page. So the 25 sites that you guys do have links on, they have 112 links on those 25. So it's about 4 or 5 per site. You guys have 72 keywords you can be found for in searches, such as what we put in roofing Orlando, Florida. And these are what really generate traffic to your site. And we're seeing that you guys right now are bringing in 2 visitors to your site per month based on these keywords. So let's take a look at the keywords and see why it's not more. First thing we see is Florida roofs. And so 30 people do search that just like that. And you guys for this one are number 1. So next up, Central Florida roofing. So your location, 50 people do search it. And you guys are 14 for this one. So we talked about that there's 10 results per page. So unfortunately, 14 puts you on page 2, like in the middle of page 2. And what we've actually found is that, people who do any searches in Google, they really don't go to page 2. So 80 to 85% of people will stay on page 1 and pick a result from there. So what that tells me really, because this is your best result, Florida roofs, all your traffic's coming from this keyword. So when you have like Florida roofing, and again, this is good as long as you do service all of Florida, but 250 people do search it, but this one you guys are 25, so that puts you in the middle of page 3. But you do want to have a mix of kind of your company name, as well as good, these are really good ones here, roofing companies, Kissimmee, Florida, 50, 22. That's a good keyword. We just want to get you in the top 10 or ideally even top 5 to get you more traffic from it. Just to look at one of your competitors, Advantage Roofing. And we see that they also have they don't actually have their business name, but they have some keywords at the top here for their header. 127 referring domains, over 2,000 links back to their page. 272 keywords, bringing them about 500 visitors to their site per month. And if we just quickly flip their and look at their keywords here, roofing Orlando 200, number 2. Orlando roofing 200, number 2. So these alone are going to bring them a lot of keywords, or a lot of traffic, I should say. Because if you're in the top 1, you're going to get the biggest percentage. The top 2 is going to get you the second biggest percentage. Then here's their name, Advantage Roofing. 700 people do search it. They probably have multiple locations. And then number 8 for that. So not as high as they could, but at least they are on the first page, which will still give them pretty good results. Ideally, you want to have kind of a mix of your own name and other keywords that bring in new customers as well. So that's really kind of the difference. A lot of their keywords that bring in new customers that are on the first page for. With you guys, you have some good keywords. You're just not ranking quite high enough for them. That's really the difference. We would just want to increase some of your content on your page, and definitely probably add some keywords, but also rank you higher for the ones you do have that are good keywords. Thank you guys for your time. Even imagine if we had 100 more visitors to your site, which would really only be 2 to 3 keywords getting you in those top 5. How many more calls would that be equal? How many more estimates and how many more jobs per month? Those are all on a monthly basis. How many more would that equal for you guys, and how much would that change your business? Thank you for your time and have a great day.